year is 1972. VW bugs, disco. The economy was strong and people were settling into a different society following the social changes of the 1960s. But these masked a darker reality. Terrorism at the Olympics, the president involved in a damning scandal, the spread of cocaine use. 1972 was fool's gold. It was the same in the NBA. The league was trying to adjust to a post-Russell era and things looked good. A major market team, the Los Angeles Lakers, dominated the league. They won 33 straight games during the course of the 71-72 season, capping it off with the title. Jerry West, the league's most popular player, the logo, finally wins a ring. Things looked good for the NBA in 1972. And in that year, another major milestone. The first basketball video game, aptly titled Basketball, which came out in 1972 for the Magnavox Odyssey. The Odyssey was as simple a console as there is. It displayed 3 points, and used TV overlays and a bit of imagination in place of graphics. There were complicated rules and a lot of the honor system, and needless to say, it was a far cry from later games. I couldn't even find proper footage of it, but everyone needs to start somewhere, and the fact that the first home console came with the basketball game was a great sign for the sport. But again, it was not meant to be. While its legacy remains, the Odyssey was by no means a commercial success. The jury was still out on a viable home system. While a sequel, Basketball, with an exclamation, released on the second Odyssey in 1978, Magnavox was not the company to lead the video game revolution. Luckily, in August 1972, some little startup company produced some arcade cabinet called Pong. You may have heard of it, you know, the game that started the video game industry. Heading into 1973, video games were looking up. The same unfortunately could not be said for the NBA. They made a move that would prove to be catastrophic for the league. After seeing success with ABC, the NBA signed a new contract with CBS. The folks at ABC were not happy, and used their popular programming to bury the NBA. Not that the product was great anyway. There was a talent shortage due to the competition of the ABA, and what talent there was silently being consumed by the spread of cocaine. While that hadn't gotten on the radar of the public quite yet, the perception of the league was not always rosy. The game was violent, with brawls a common occurrence. There were even enforcers, like in hockey. It was all typified by the punch heard around the world. 2 men, victims of their era and circumstance. One, Rudy Tomjanovich, effectively lost his career and nearly lost his life. The other, Kermit Washington, became a pariah, a villain for doing what so many before him had been celebrated for. Only he threw a perfect punch at the wrong person. This incident also represented how a not inconsequential percentage of Americans felt during this time. This scary, out-of-control black man assaulting a white man. Some felt the league was too black. It was a thug league. All of these factors led to a dismal league, with it all coming to a head when Game 7 of both the Eastern and Western Conference Finals were aired on tape delay in 1979. There were, however, some bright spots in this time. In summer 1976, the NBA and ABA agreed to a merger. The ABA injected talent, sure, but more importantly, it injected style. It helped usher progressive ideas into what had become a stagnant league. Things had not been stagnant in video games, and basketball was unwittingly helping the progression of gaming. In 1974, Basketball was released for arcade by Taito Studios. It became the first Japanese game to be licensed for the US. It was also the first to use sprite images and represent human players. In 1978, Atari expanded on Basketball with sprites, with Basketball for the Atari 2600, a simple one-on-one game. But it would not be until 1979 that basketball video games took a shape we'd recognize today, with Atari Basketball for the arcade. Now imagine setting up to go to the arcade, hearing about a new basketball game, rushing over, and seeing this. It may not look like much, but it was a game changer. In the NBA, the game was also about to be forever altered. In the '79 NCAA Final, Michigan State beat Indiana State. It was the first of many battles between Earvin Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. Both players entered the NBA that fall. Bird had already been drafted by the Celtics, and by sheer luck, the Los Angeles Lakers had the #1 pick to select Magic Johnson. Now these two superstars were in the game's 2 biggest markets, LA and Boston. That fall saw yet another savior for the NBA, cable television. The NBA signed a deal with USA. Even better, ESPN was launched, providing a platform to promote the league and its new icons. The NBA would form its entertainment division in 1983, perfecting the art of highlight promotion. In that same year, One-on-One Dr. J vs. Larry Bird came out. This game was a testament to the growing popularity of the league. It was headlined by 2 NBA stars, and it was a wild success. It was so popular, it helped stabilize Electronic Arts, or EA, the company that made it, and the company that would eventually go on to dominate sports video games. The NBA had made it out of its dark times, and video games had synergized with it. By 1984, the NBA was fixing its poor perception. It became a cool league again. The 1984 finals featured a matchup between Larry Celtics and Magic's Lakers. It was their second such matchup in the pros. There was also a new sheriff in town. The NBA had promoted its brightest bulb, David Stern, to commissioner. And with an influx of new talent at the 1984 draft, many felt the NBA was finally in good shape.
The Utah Jazz select John Stockton, Charles Barkley, Hakeem Olajuwon. The Chicago Bulls pick Michael Jordan of the University of North Carolina.
They had no idea. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Let me know what you think about it. Do you agree with me about this era of basketball? Do you enjoy playing these old video games? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, feel free to go ahead and hit like. And if you wish to see more from this series and from my regular series, Say Something Nice Reviews, please subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you again for your time. See you next time.